Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. So, we recently did relearning the Mirage and it was pretty good fun. It allowed me to relearn it and then redo some videos that I needed to do, some tutorial videos. Now it's time to relearn the Hornet air-to-air. I'm actually okay at air-to-ground in the Hornet because there's been lots of tutorials I've had to do lately for the JDAMs and whatnot, and that's fine. But I haven't done air-to-air in a Hornet for so long. Remember, I've got all the planes and I like to fly them all to show you the different planes. So I don't really get to learn a plane properly, not a single one. So the FA-18C air-to-air, the last time I really looked at it was 18 months ago when it first came out. I did some videos on it and I haven't really used it since. Nothing against it, it's just, I just haven't. So it's time to relearn it from scratch. So I'm going to jump in a Hornet. We've just got a mission set up. We'll just reset it every time we run out of baddies or whatever. Right, I'll see. So things that I've learned in the Hornet recently. Press the T Tango key for auto thrust. Press autopilot and barometric to get a level hold. I need to set Amy to say that really, so I can get her to do that. Okay, down on the left we've got a master arm, we've got an air-to-ground and an air-to-air. So, to fight air-to-air we're going to need master arm on and air-to-air on. So let's just check Amy's working. Master arm on Amy. Master arm Amy.
Master arm, sir.
Air-to-air Amy.
Air-to-air, sir.
Let me turn it off. Air-to-air Amy. Air-to-air Amy.
Air-to-air, sir.
So, if I didn't want to press that and I wanted to go straight to just fighting, I could just select the weapon, couldn't I, RC?
Yes.
And that would select air-to-air. So let's try that. Fox 2.
Yep.
Fox 2 Amy.
Fox 2, sir.
Okay, that works. That selects a Fox 2. Fox 3 Amy. Fox 3 Amy.
Fox 3, sir.
She's useless. She really is. Fox 1 Amy. Fox 1 Amy.
Fox 1, sir.
Unbelievable. Right, so yeah, absolutely. And then if I went air-to-air Amy. Air-to-air Amy.
Air-to-air, sir.
Turns it all off. Okay, right, I got that. So we can operate the radar without, we can operate the BVR radar without weapon selected, can't we? If I'm going to do it with the weapon selected, I'm going to go Fox 3 Amy.
Fox 3, sir.
Okay, so let's see what we've got in here. So we've got this radar. So we've got, let's just do it logically. This is our vertical bar search. Each bar is going to be about 4 degrees, but there's about a degree of overlap. So each bar is going to be about 3 degrees vertical of our search area. So we can have 2 bar, 4 bar, 6 bar, 1 bar. So 4 bar would be a good search. That would be about 1, 2, 3, about 12, 16 degrees of vertical coverage. I would recommend that for a search. I noticed that the left to right B sweep is quite slow. Can we speed that up? I'll see. I can't remember the antenna.
No.
No. Okay, so that's preset then.
You can narrow it.
Roger. Yeah, I see that down there. So you can have 140, 20 degrees. That is the total azimuth covered, obviously. 60, 80, 140. Okay, interesting. We've also I see the altitude slew carrot there. So we can slew it, the antenna slew, we can slew it up there or down to there, I see. So that looks good. Opera and C11 at the top left. Have you got that? Any idea what that is?
Don't remember.
Roger. Then we've got RWS. It's obviously range well scan. That's just the basic operation for a modern radar. Doesn't appear that I can change it, so I guess track well scan isn't in yet. Next, we've got RDR. Let's see what that does. That doesn't do anything, so ignore that. We've got the interleave. We've got the interleave here. God, my brain. The PRF, pulse repetition frequency, high or medium, and it's interleave between them, so that's fine. We've got mode. Let's see what that does. No, it doesn't seem to do anything. The azimuth scan doesn't do anything. That will take us back to main menu. Channel doesn't seem to do anything. Data. Gives us lots of data. We've got declutters. We've got it's what's displayed. Do you want the bra displayed? Do you want the latent track while scan enabled? Do you remember what MSI is? I've forgotten.
That's
multi-sensor interface.
Yeah.
Is that Iron Wolf?
Sure is.
What? Say again. I was just shocked at your voice. What was
multi-sensor interface?
What does that actually mean?
Puts your data link on your.
Understood. Color is color. Roger. I got RAD raid look. Doesn't do anything. ECCM doesn't do anything. Norm doesn't do anything. LDF doesn't do anything. Okay, so that's data. NCTR, non-conformal something recognition. It's about scanning their intakes, something like that, wasn't it? I remember, yeah.
Non-cooperative target recognition.
Roger, so that wants to be on all the time. We've got reset, doesn't do anything. We've got set, does...
Set does.
What does it do?
You can set your sweep angle and your range and stuff per missile, and you set that up. You hit set every time you go to that missile. It brings up those settings. So you're if you set it to say 40 degrees and 40 miles, like I do for AMRAAMs, you hit set, it'll lock.
I got it. Is there any way to start the game with that already preset? Are there any files you can do that in, or have you got to set it up every time?
Not that I know of. It is in the DCC, but we don't have a DCC.
Understood. We've also got our display range here. That's miles from there to there or there, I'm pretty sure, so that's fine. We've got our center of interest, or WAGS always tells me off, but you know that means that this screen is active. AC4 at the top right, anyone? No, we don't know what AC4 is. We've got our bearing there, or maybe a heading I should say there. Now I notice that does not agree with what the magnetic tape says at the top, so I'm going to have the guess here that the magnetic heading tape on the HUD is a magnetic heading, and that what we see on the radar is probably an adjusted true heading. That's going to be my guess, probably 6 degrees off or whatever that is. So it looks like the radar works in true and the aeroplane works in magnetic, which would be normal from my basic understanding. Because I've got my little diamond up there, I can use my TDC left, right, up and down to move this little carrot around. In fact, why don't we zoom out a little? Let's see what I've got on this carrot. I'm going to call it a carrot. I've got this carrot. I've got a number at the top, a number at the bottom. At the top, it must be the plumb intersection point of the radar coverage, and at the bottom, the plumb intersection point of the radar coverage in thousands of feet. Does anyone disagree with that?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll move that. Obviously, it gets less and less because we're at left coverage as the beam spread is less. Okay. Also, it changes my bra at the bottom. So it looks like my bra at the bottom left is true heading from me and a distance in nautical miles to the carrot. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Excellent. So there's already loads of data there. So if there's a flight, I could say hostile 233 true for 54 miles, and you could just put that cursor over it and know that there's a hostile there. So that's quite powerful already. Next, I've got my hostile. I don't want to really look at IFF and situational awareness today. It's a big subject. I've studied it thoroughly. I'm not too interested in today. Just out of interest, my hostiles keep flashing red and then going back to yellow. Are yours doing that? So hostile to unknown. Out of interest.
Yellow is when it's swept over it.
The sweep is going left and right, and when it sweeps over them, sometimes they turn red and then go back to yellow. Again, I don't really want to spend any time.
Do you have an AWACS in here?
Yeah, I don't think I'm even hooked up to the AWACS. Let me have a look.
I think
daily.
that's I think that the red one is identified by AWACS.
Yeah.
The yellow ones are unknown.
One thing you didn't mention, which you may not have displayed because you may not have set your air-to-air waypoint, but if on the top left you'll have the distance from the bullseye.
Stand by.
If that is set.
Let me go set that. Oh, it's been a while, boys. It's been a while. So I'm going to go to HSI. I'm going to go to data. I'm going to go to waypoint, question mark.
Down bottom left-hand side. It'll say AA with WP.
That's it. And then I select a waypoint. How do I... Yeah, then how do I actually select one? I choose one.
Choose one on the right-hand side and
press what?
Press the AAWP button, and then that'll lock. You'll get the waypoint number next to the AAWP.
Roger.
And that waypoint is bullseye.
So you just set bullseye. Yeah, I remember now. So that's set bullseye there.
So you go back to the radar page. You'll see up the top left there. There's where your cursors are relative to
bullseye. Does bullseye show on the radar screen?
It will if it's in the sweep zone.
Roger. Let me just check the situational awareness screen. Okay. Yep, that's fine. I don't actually know. I have no idea where I set waypoint 1. Not that interested.
I'll have a little dot with a north pointer on it.
Actually, no. It will tell me. It tells me, doesn't it? It says that This is, yeah, I passed it. I passed it as the answer. It's behind me, so that's...
Yeah, it's behind us.
That's what that's all about. Okay, that's fine. Understood. So that'll be probably a true heading from bullseye. So I could set that for organising flights to a bullseye, so that's all fine. Okay, guys. Now that's all good. Situational awareness isn't really what we're in here today. It's air-to-air combat. It's shooting missiles, shooting guns, changing back to BVR, changing to ACM, all those things. I can't remember how to do any of it. So if I want to lock a target with BVR, I'm just going to choose one on my radar screen. Now I'm just wondering how I know if these targets are data link, or if I can see them myself.
They have a bottom carrot. Bottom side of the diamond is data link. Top side is your sensor. So
yeah, I remember.
It has a little bottom half of a diamond. That's from the data link. If it has a top half to it, it's from.
Okay, well I'm going to go on one, and I'm going to press TDC depress. I've done that, and it has locked him up in an STT lock. But as my understanding is, it shouldn't do that. I thought you had to press it twice. Anyone know that?
I don't think it's been working quite right.
Because what I remember, I remember I used to press it once before we had professional IFF.
No, it's working.
Yeah, but you're supposed to press it twice. That's what WAG's changed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, unless you're in auto acquire mode.
Now, how do I know if I'm in auto acquire mode?
Have AAQ on the HUD and on the radar.
Special modes.
Negative. There's nothing.
Side or vertical.
No, so I pressed it once. Well, for some reason I pressed it once and I got a lock on him. I can tell that because, you know, I've got it on my HUD. I've got his distance. I've got a box target and box over him. I've got the ranges on my radar. I've got some ranging cues there. That must be R max. That must be R lethal. That must be R minimum. I've got his. I should say once I've selected him, I've got a Mach 0.7 and altitude ASL for him. That's all fine. It's got a star in his carrot. Anyone know what that star is? It just means he's unlocked.
Selected, yeah. Designated.
If I want to unlock, what should I press?
Nose wheel steering.
Nose wheel steering. It did work, but I think I actually lost the lock before then, so I'm going to try that again. Right, so what I need to do is, I noticed that my radar is now at 5 miles, so I'm just going to zoom out. Is that normal, guys, for the radar to stay at low range?
It'll try and reduce the zoom to where your target is.
Roger.
There's two ways you can expand it. One is the up and down arrows. The other is to move the cursor into the bars at the top and then back down again, and it will move up. And same at the bottom. If you move them below the bottom and then back in, it'll shrink.
Understood. Right, guys, I'm going to lock this guy up here. He's beaming, so I might not be able to lock him. I'm going to press TDC. Oh, if I just hover, buddy spike. If I just hover the radar carrot over a hostile, it also shows his Mach, his altitude, and a number in him, which must mean a priority number for TWS. I'm not entirely sure what that is actually. But anyway, I'm going to now click on him. I've clicked on him. It's now, with one click again, it's got an STT, a single target track, and I can know that because what I've got here, and because we're on RWS, and because we've got the star. Okay, the reason I'm talking through this is I'm trying to secure it in my own mind. It's 36 miles. What else have we got? Have we got a weapon? We've got AC4. What's AC4, guys?
That's your AMRAMs.
Why is it AC?
Or I don't know what the AC is. Iron.
Okay. Now on the screen on the HUD, I've got not a square anymore. I've got a diamond box. That means we've IFF'd him one way or another to get a two-factor authentication, haven't we? How would we have done that? Probably NCTR, I'm assuming. And the AWACS as well, again.
Yep.
Yeah, contribution from other donors as well.
It's got a little arrow, chevron above it. Does anyone remember what the chevron is? It means
it's confirmed by two sources.
Roger, happy with that, boys. Right. I've got a range there. I've got a closure speed there in knots, probably TAS or ground speed. ADC. RDR, radar on the right. Anyone? Any takers on that? RDR.
Just assuming that you have a radar.
Okay. We'll
yeah, it shows up when you have a lock.
Okay. Let's see what else I want to do. See him in here. He's currently out of R max. So where is my arm? All right. I've got a kind of ASE circle here in the HUD, and it's got some diamonds around the outside. It's got two. Actually, let's correct that. It's got two triangles around the outside, and it did have a diamond, but that diamond's just disappeared, which is a little frustrating. It's now got 3 triangles around the outside of the ASE circle. They must be ranges. So I've got, I'm guessing, R max, R lethal, and R minimum.
Correct.
Yeah, range no escape. Yeah, range max, range no escape, range minimum.
Yeah, roger. I use different terminology slightly. I get in trouble for it. Right. I also see a vector coming off of the ASE, and that must be his direction vector. I also see the ticker, which is his actual range there. I also see a steering dot, so I'm going to put the steering dot on the ASE circle, as I'm guessing I should have to do. Like that.
It's optimum intercept, yeah.
Roger. Can you fire it without it in the ASE circle? Some planes you can't.
Yes,
you can fire it. It may reduce its probability of a hit, but
Roger, because there are some cases where you don't want to do an optimal shot, I find. Right, okay guys, I'm going to close in.
It's not just for shooting, it's for pursuit as well, so you can. It's an optimum lead pursuit on the
Roger. Interesting, I've got a diamond that keeps appearing. It's gone off the ASC circle again. I'm not sure what that diamond is. Okay, I'm now within our max. I've got a shoot queue. I'm getting peppered from block and shoot queues. That's all fine. 18 miles. I'm now going to put me within there. Now our shoot is flashing because we're within our lethal, as I call it. So I'm going to have a pop at him. It's going to be trigger hold and... No, it's not trigger hold. It's just trigger press. That's odd. Okay, that'll do. We've now got a missile flying towards him, and RC's in the way, so watch yourself, RC. That's a Fox 3.
I'm behind you.
Oh, someone's just gone in front of me. Right, that's obviously going to go and hit him, whatever he is. He doesn't appear to be trying to fight it. So that's that. Might as well follow the missile in. And Kasploomy. No, he's not. He's beating it, boys. He's beating it. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He's a big old thunder chunky, whatever he is. Jesus, that made a meal of Matt, didn't it? Splat, got him. Okay, so that's that. Now I am getting close, guys. And no, next I want to unlock him. I'm going to go nozzle steering. And you're right, it worked. Next, I'm in a dogfight with a bear. I want to get my bore sights up. What should I press for that? It's going to be center switch.
SMS up.
Is that center switch?
Sensor management switch up. Yeah.
Okay, and I do and get your bore sight. If I want to cancel that, do we know how to cancel that?
Nose where steer.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to check Amy. Bore sight, Amy. Bore sight, Amy.
Bore sight, sir.
Okay, that works. I'm going to cancel that. What about if I want a vertical scan, guys? Is that a thing in this? I think it is, isn't it, from memory?
Same thing. I think it's sensor app.
Does not work. Let's try up and then down.
Go up,
up and then back.
That's the thing. Interesting. So let me try that, guys. Vertical Amy. Fuck, she's useless, boys. She is really useless. Vertical Amy. Vertical Amy.
Vertical scan, sir.
Jesus, well done.
Did you have a macro?
Yeah, she did it. Yeah, she did it. She went up and then back, and it all worked. Okay, guys. I've just got to slow down for the stupid bear. If I'm going to scrap the bear, go over here. Okay, guys. Next, let's say... So I'm going to go dogfight again. Bore sight, Amy. Bore sight, Amy.
Bore sight, sir.
I don't know why she's fighting me today, but she's just being a bitch. Okay, so why can't I lock that plane in sight? Can you see that plane in sight, RC? Is it too far away? Is there a range to this bore sight?
5 miles.
Oh, that'll be well then. What about vertical scan? Is that 5 miles?
I believe
yes,
it is.
5 miles.
So what do we have that's 10 or 10 to 20 miles?
Wide axe 10 miles.
Is that going to be sides, SMS side, I guess?
Left. Yeah, up and then left.
Got it.
Goes in wide ack and it scans in the circle that's on your HUD.
Oh, really?
Up to 10 miles. Sure does.
Better set Amy up with that. For some reason, I can't lock this guy. Let's go and just see what he's, where he is. He's only, oh, it's 14 miles away, that'll be. Right, so this is not going to work. So what we're going to do is cancel that with nozzle steering. So we're going to go back to my BVR now. So all I'm going to do is move the cursor up like that. Why is that not work? I'm moving my TDC. I'm moving my carrot, my TDC on the radar screen up, and it's not increasing in range. I thought you said
you're in bore sight.
Range. Yeah, cancel your bore sight.
How do I do that? Just nozzle steer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I have done that. Okay, it's just being a bitch for some reason. Okay, I can zoom out using the buttons, so that's good. Okay, right, so I'm going to just go and lock him in now again. I'm going to do 1, depress on him, and it has indeed locked him. No, it's missed. It's not locked. So this is where I start getting confused. I'm going to try pressing one button to lock him again. Sometimes you need to press twice. Sometimes you need to press one. Pressing once on him again. This time it has got him in a lock. So sometimes it seems to fail, and sometimes
it'll display data from the data link, and if your radar elevations aren't in the same altitude as the target, it won't lock.
And you can tell if your radar can see it because of the upper cork or whatever it's called, Hafu, right?
Yeah, yours will be the top. So
Roger. Now
it'll either show a square bracket or a diamond or a half circle.
Interesting, my lock has cancelled itself. He must have gone outside radar parameters, so I'm going to try locking him again. One button press. Okay, it's locked. It's kind of failing. Is yours failing as well, RC?
Yeah, let's see here.
I think it's just because he's out of lockable parameters. He's cold or whatever. It's strange, really.
Which one are you locking? I've got three.
Well, the guy on my nose. So I just can't
yeah.
lock this guy. His range is, how do I tell the range? 8.6 miles. It's probably because he's cold and he's outside of parameters, or I'm doing
I
something
have
wrong.
him locked.
So what am I doing
Or
wrong?
is it in your notch filter?
Oh yeah, he's a bit off to the side.
45-degree notch, but there's a bear at 8
I don't know,
miles.
I'm only guessing.
Okay, well, I'm going to cancel this lock. I'm going to try double-clicking on him with the depress. I double-clicked and now it works. So there's something about that double-click that makes it work. There's something there I don't quite understand.
With your latent track wheel scan, which is a single one, you need to have enough sweeps to maintain the lock track. So normally, WAGS recommends a 40-degree maximum sweep and 4 bars maximum elevation sweep.
So by pressing TDC depress once, are you trying to get an LT latent track while scan lock? And pressing it
That's
twice
what that
gets the STT. Right.
That's correct.
Right, so the answer for that is, guys, if you're trying to lock something in an STT, double press TDC depress. Okay, alright, I'm learning that. Okay, what do I want to learn next? Again, I want to break the lock that says notch me, and I want to go straight into dogfight. So, ball sight, Amy. She's fucking useless. You know what, Amy, I'll do it myself. Click on that, get him in the ball sight, do that. And now I've decided I don't want to shoot him with an AMRAM. I've got no AMRAMs left, so Fox 2, Amy. Fox 2, Amy.
Fox 2, sir.
I've now got a Fox 2 selected on him, and what it's done is it's slewed the IR sensor to him, so that we can, so that I can fire. And that seemed a little bit too easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to unlock everything. I've now turned my radar lock off. I'm now going to try and do it without a radar lock. And now it's just a longitudinal aiming mode. Let's see if I can now cage it to him. Let's uncage it, so I'm going to get him in it. I'm going to press uncage button, and it does get a lot right. Everything's very sensible on this aircraft. Okay, and if I want to,
use your helmet sight for that.
yeah,
too.
well, Roger, we'll go for that in a minute. Now I want to recage that. Okay, now I've decided. Oh my God, I want a radar lock. I want guns, Amy. Guns, Amy.
Guns selected, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to cancel that lock that I've got on RC. I'm going to get our ball sight. I'm going to get him. Okay. And I've got my guns solution. I've decided I don't want him anymore. Fox 2, Amy. You know what? I'll do it myself. Okay, that all works. There's my ranging bar. Everything's like normal. Except there's only 2 triangles for the Fox 2. Do you guys... you only get 2 ranging bars for Fox 2, is that right, boys? Or is it because I'm so far inside?
Yes.
Why is that? What are they?
Wait. No, we might. There's 2 on top of each other.
There's 2 on top of each other. I'm going to get closer and
I
just have a
believe
little
so.
play.
Yeah. The bottom ones.
Do a bit of high aspect.
Roger, I'm just going to catch up with him. Just I want to see these 2 circles separate. These 2 triangles separate. Catching up now. Closing at 100 knots. Strange, they're not separating yet, boys.
That's because you need to be pretty close, I think.
Got a
Where are we?
shoot queue.
49?
Weird.
Is your ranging queue down to the triangles?
There are... Yes, it's within the first triangle and on its way to the second,
Okay.
but there still are only 2 ranging triangles, which is a little odd, but... Okay, maybe for some reason the side one only gets 2 ranging triangles. Right, I'm at a mile, I don't want to get much closer, so I'm going to just pull the trigger. It's going to be 1 press and not hold on that. He's going to flare and do his thing. Guns, Amy. You know what, I'll select it myself. Guns, guns, guns. Not sure. Oh, he's firing at me. Look at the little brat.
Yeah, look at that.
Who does he think he is, exactly?
I don't think I've seen them do that.
I better leave him alone. He's going to give me a good
Oh, what do you?
pasting.
What is, oh yeah, it's a.
Ow! I'm dead.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Should we look at using
Box 2.
the helmet-mounted display then?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's all easy so far. Easier than I remember it. Maybe they've made some improvements lately, or what? I don't know.
This guy. Oh, he's all over the place.
Okay. Fox 3, Amy. Fox 3, Amy.
Fox 3, sir.
Okay. Radar, Amy. Radar, Amy.
immortal?
Yeah.
Radar, sir.
Okay.
She's being a right bitch today. Okay, boys, I get all of it. Let's use this helmet-mounted display, guys. Obviously, it allows me to look around and sees my credentials around, but we can also use it to acquire a sidewinder target, right? Hence why I keep getting thrashed whenever I go on a multiplayer server. They always shoot me at usually off-bore angles. So can we talk about how we're going to achieve that?
You can use it to acquire all of them, you just can't shoot at them.
Why
Yeah,
would
it's
that
just
be?
a radar acquisition mode. You put it in helmet acquisition mode and it will acquire it on the radar. But obviously you'll be able to shoot parameters for most radar guided.
Right, well, let's try that. Is there a range, max range for targeting with the helmet?
10 miles, I think. Helmet acquired. Yeah, 10 miles.
Roger, right, I've got 50 miles to go, so I'll...
You go SMS up, you'll have a HAQ in the helmet mounted display and a little crosshair in the...
Oh yeah, look at that. So that's just ball sight,
then-
isn't it?
Well, the radar's pointing where the crosshair is and
Yeah.
it'll lock any target that gets in.
Well, Roger, what I meant to say was that's the ball sight button that you press to get the ball sight. Okay.
Yeah, but it's now bore sighted to your
Yeah, Roger.
point of view.
So, yeah, essentially my ball sight is now where my helmet points, which is kind of a bit weird.
And if you watch on your radar, you'll see as you move left, your little radar sweep moves left and right as well
Stand by.
as the radar follows your view.
Ball sight, Amy.
Foresight, sir.
Oh, isn't that clever, boys? Isn't that clever?
And you only have so much angle you can do
Roger.
it at.
I think it's 70
Watch,
degrees.
it'll flash.
I see it. I see it. If I want to cancel this nozzle steering,
Yep.
wow, what a tool! No wonder I keep getting. It's a really good tool. Well, saying that, it's just the same as the flankers. I don't know what I'm. It's the same as the flankers. Is what I'm boasting
And if
about.
you
Really.
want to cancel, if you want to get the helmet-mounted display out of your view, you can hit the re-see button, and it will turn it off.
Stand by. Doesn't work for me, but okay.
Doesn't the re-see?
Well, as in RSET on the radar screen.
No, it's a down button. It's
No, I don't see why I wouldn't want it anyway. So.
well, if you're just flying around, you don't want to reach down. You can just hit that, and it toggles it.
Roger. Okay, guys, I need something to shoot at. I might as well practice my BVR for the time being anyway. So, if I want to cancel my BVR, I'm going to go nose wheel steering, cancel. Oh, I'm learning an awful lot, boys. Oh, I'm learning an awful lot, boys. I'm not even kidding. So, I'm just going to bung my autopilots on.
You have your HUD up or your helmet-mounted view up, right?
Roger, I've got my helmet mounted view. I've cancelled my ball sight, and I'm now looking on BVR again.
So hit R, and it will toggle it.
Hit R. Roger, stand by. What's it meant to be doing? Oh, hello.
It'll just toggle it, so you don't have to reach down and dim it if you don't want it in your view.
How do I get it back?
Hit R again.
Roger. Okay, thank you very much. Boys.
One thing to remember with that is your AIM-9X. I don't know about the AIM-9M, but the AIM-9X IR seekers are also slave to where you're looking. So if you have it in helmet sight mode and you're trying to line up for a bore sight shot, you're looking sort of leading around a corner. Your seeker head will be actually pointing around the corner, not at the target in front of you. And you just have to kill your helmet mounted sight, like you said, with the R, and then it'll go back into bore sight, like in the actual direction of the plane.
Alright, we'll go back into that in a minute.
Like I cut out with that.
I'm going to quickly bind that R to something useful.
I have the brightness for the HMS turned on one of the rotator buttons on the X56. You just turn it down to nothing, it does the same thing.
Okay, I've found it something quite useful anyway. Okay, guys, I want to IFF one of these guys out here. I'm going to highlight him with my TDC caret, and I am going to press sensor select depress. That is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it should automatically do it, but if you want to force it, you can. Sometimes it doesn't, so you can force it, but yeah. Right.
Any reason why it wouldn't do it automatically? Only if you've got your latent track wall scan off or something like that?
Sometimes it takes a while to try and. I think it's trying to do all the targets in field of view. So if you're particularly interested in that one, you basically force it to that one first.
Roger.
It's always using mode is the auto mode, so.
Roger. Okay, guys. Yeah.
Around with TC,
so what I've done is I've gone and SMS depressed all of them, and they've all turned full-time red now. So it is something I needed to do. Latent track wall scan just wasn't working properly for whatever reason. Anyway, that's fine. Right, I'm going to go dogfight these guys with my helmet. So how far away is that guy there? He is 230 for 30 miles. 230 for 30 miles. Let's turn my gubbins off. I see my RWR is automatically a slave to my hard, which is good. I like that.
You got your double link turned on?
Yes, it is, Roger. Okay, guys, I've got a guy just a few miles ahead of me now, so I want to get him with my helmet display, so I'm going to turn him away from bore sight. I'm going to say, bore sight, Amy.
Bore sight, sir.
I'm going to hover my bore sight of my helmet over this guy. Now, I've got to get close enough, is the next thing. HACQ. So, let's see, where is this guy? He is actually 11 miles, slightly out of parameters at the moment. I will try and get him. Ah, it's got him. You're absolutely right. Now, has that got him an SCT? It appears to have got him an SCT, which is lovely, that is.
Yeah, it automatically locks him that way, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of him. I'm now going to bore sight Amy. Bore sight Amy.
Bore sight, sir.
And I can lock him up like that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of him. Bore sight Amy.
Bore sight, sir.
Get the helmet. Like that. Ooh, piece of kit. Nice piece of kit, guys. Right, now if I want to launch, let's try Fox 2, Amy. Fox 2, Amy.
Fox 2, sir.
That's automatically got him like that. Okay, now let's scratch it. Let's say we've got no lock. Right, I want to drive my IR missile with... Can you drive your IR missile without a radar lock from your helmet? Or is that not a thing?
Yes.
Right. Why would you want to do that, guys? Would you want to do that?
Not give away your position. You sneak up behind someone, that's great.
Other than that, is there any actual benefits from it? Does it cover a wider field of view than the radar bore sight? Does it?
Yeah, you can look further off bore sight than I can see. So that can like shoot further than the radar can see off your aspect of your flight path.
Understood. Right. So how do I? Oh, I already can tell how I do it if I press that there. Oh, it's really easy. Wow. I've already figured out how to do it, boys. Just do that. How? Wow, what an exceptional aeroplane. I can see where everyone drives the bloody thing now. It's going to take me a while to just learn everything. It's just so different to kind of FC3 and Tomcat and everything. But I'm guessing the F-16 is going to be quite similar to this. So I'll hover him like that. I press the uncage button, and that's it. It's going to fire. Assuming he's in range. Whoa! What a weapon, boys. What a weapon. Gotcha. So what I could do is press uncage here, and then just look up at him. Not working. Try that again. Uncage. No, I have to find him first and then press uncage.
Afternoon.
Oh. Where is he? Come on, work. Yep, it's got him. Fox 2, cap. Now I want to launch something stupid at him. I want to launch Fox 1. Remember, how do I choose Fox 1? I can't. Fox 1, Amy. Fox 1, Amy.
Fox 1, sir.
She's such a bitch today. And I'm gonna disconnect that. I'm gonna wide search. Okay, that worked. And now I'm gonna foresight. That worked. And now I'm gonna vertical scan, up, down. Vertical scan, Amy. Vertical, Amy.
Vertical scan, sir.
Okay, you just ignore me.
Try the auto acquire.
I'll do it myself, shall I? What's auto acquire then?
It'll lock anything. The first thing it sweeps over.
What do I bind to that?
SMS right.
SMS right, stand by. Yes, it
It'll
did.
have AAQ.
So that's a PAL then, isn't it? That's just PAL. Roger.
Kind of, yeah. It's really handy when you're in a fight and you don't have time to muck around with TDCs and stuff. You just SMS right.
Is it biased to something? Biased towards the centre of the foresight? Biased towards something? Or is it just purely
At
random?
the moment, it's just whatever it hits next. I think it will select a enemy over a friendly, but obviously you double check.
Roger. Right, I get it. So you don't even have to press bullseye first for that.
Nope. No, it's a quick select mode.
Is it not closest or?
That's the first one it sweeps over. So I got one locked that's 30 miles away and one in front of me that's 10 miles away, but because it swept over that one first.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? That's why I'm wondering where the bias is. Does it start at the top of the HUD, the bottom of the HUD? It could give you an idea.
No, wherever the radar's pointing, the next contact it gets, it locks.
Are we done?
I've used
And
that.
obviously it has to be within the elevation as well. So you'll see stuff from MSI, from your data link on there, and if it's not in that elevation sweep zone, it won't lock it at the moment. I believe it, but currently not implemented.
Roger, so I'm going to go over some stuff I learned. So I've gone over the BVR, now I want to switch to BVR, it's just nose, and then that's it, you're out in BVR. That is a buddy spike. Guys, my warnings, including that buddy spike warning, are very quiet in my aeroplane. Is there any way to turn it up? It's always
There's a volume switch on the left.
always been a massive problem with me. Could you remind me where it is?
So there's a whole bunch of volume switches just behind your rudder trim switch, and it's in the leftmost bank of volume control section. Has RWR written above it.
Oh, I was already maxed, that's a shame. Alright, so be it. Let me go and check my options quickly, make sure I've got nothing weird. No.
I think it'll be your helmet sounds.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm turning my helmet sounds up a bit. It is a bit better now. Okay. Good. So, if I want a dogfight, I've got to go pew, bullseye. And I can look around like that. I can cancel it with that and get back like that. I could then go, once I'm in bullseye, I could then go like that and get a vertical scan. Why is that not working? So bullseye, vertical scan. Let's cancel, bullseye, vertical scan. Why is that not working? Radar is on, bullseye, vertical scan. Can you guys get into vertical scan? Mine goes to HACQ, whatever that is.
It's because you got your helmet mounted sight on. If you turn that off, because up is HAQ in helmet mounted sight, you turn that off, you'll get a vertical acquisition.
Right, so you can't do vertical acquisition with the helmet on.
No, because that's how it switches between vertical and helmet. Sorry, auto acquire and wide acquire. to helmet acquire.
So what does SMS bat aft do with the helmet on?
Good question, hang on.
Nothing.
Doesn't seem to do anything. It just stops vertical scan working when I've got my helmet on for some reason.
Actually, I get vertical scan on mine, but only if I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
No, I don't at all, but oh well, not the end of the world. Just means I can't have vertical scan anymore. Got to memorise that, because I'm going to be using helmet mounted display, obviously. So ball sight it is, and then up and down ball sight like that. What happens when I do left? I do the wide angle. Does the auto acquire work is the question, so I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to go, yes, auto acquire does work, but I have to cancel. So there's a lot of nozzle steering clicking going on here to cancel things.
You don't have to cancel to go from one mode to the other. Only to get out of that and back into the default.
So for instance, if you put ball sight scan on, you can't then go to auto acquire. You have to nozzle steer back, then auto acquire. Just little things like that you have to remember and get muscle memory, which you don't have to do in other planes. That's where I get confused in combat.
But you can go from ball sight to wide acquire to vertical acquire without going.
Roger. But you can't go auto acquire and then ball sight. Yes, you can. There's just you can't go ball sight into auto acquire. That's the main one. Okay. That's that. If I've got a Fox 2, Amy. You know what? I'll do it myself, love. Okay, Fox 2, and then I would. It's not working probably because I've got no Fox 2s left, so that would make sense. But I would otherwise go like that. Go cage on cage to do that. That works. Okay. What I need is some seat time in this airplane now to actually just get that muscle memory going, I think.